So again Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So one of the most important thing is your step one. Okay, so the step one is you have to check that all the states are reachable from Q0. Okay, so if the state is not reachable from Q0, delete that state. Okay, so you from Q0 you can reach to Q1, so this is fine. From Q0 by getting an input of A, you can also reach to Q2 also. So these two states are fine. From Q0 you cannot reach to Q3. If you see the arrows of it, I don't think I can reach Q3. Okay, so it means that that state is unusable. There is no point of adding that state. Okay, so delete that state. I don't want it. Okay, so in a way, if you see that the arrows are not going towards it, they are always coming from it. The state is not usable. Okay, so you cannot. The starting state is this, and you cannot reach this Q3. So there is no point of considering this state. Okay, so the first step again, most of the students do a mistake here. They don't check the first step. If you don't check the first step, your minimization algorithm will give a completely different minimized automata. Keep that in mind. So first eliminate that states that are not reachable from Q0. Okay, so now just write from Q0 on A it's going to Q1, on B it's staying at Q0. Q0 on A is going towards Q2 on A, and on B it is staying at Q1. Q2 on A is going towards Q1 and is staying at Q2. Okay, Q3 on, okay, so Q3 is not there because we have deleted it. Okay, so now there are only three states. Okay, so again I don't think that it can be minimized, but see if we can do it. Okay, so there are two final states here, two final states. So just write the zero equivalent state. In that zero equivalent state, you should write the final and non-final state. So this is your non-final state, and this is your final states, Q1 and Q2. Keep that in mind. If the set is already contain a one element, do not uh, change this set. Write the set as it is. You have do not care about this set if it contains only one element. We only have to take care of the sets that contain two elements. Okay, so that contain two elements, you have to only take care of that sets only. Okay, so now Q0 for one equivalent, the Q0 will be written as it is because it only contains one element. So don't disturb this set. Just write and copy paste it. Now the second set, we just want to break up these two elements. If we are able to break it up, then we will get three states. If we are not able to break it up, then we will get two states. Okay, so now if you see it, the equivalence property is checked by first. This is your Q1 and Q2. Okay, so check it. Q1 on A is going towards Q2. Q2 on A it's going towards Q1. So Q2 belongs to, if I just write it as set 2, this is belongs to set 2, this belongs to set 2. They are both going to the same set on A. Now check on B. Q1 on A is going towards Q1, that belongs to set 2, that also belongs to set 2. So they both belong to same set, they both belong to same set. Again, it means that Q1 and Q2 are equivalent. Then I have to write it like that as it. So when I write this, if you see that zero equivalent state is equal to the one equivalent state, then you have to stop it. So the algorithm is stopped. Now you get like Q0 is one state, and Q1 and Q2 are your states. Okay, so these are your three state what do you say, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 state DFA is minimized to 2 states DFA. Okay, so again, you know it, wherever there is Q1, just replace it with Q2. Okay, so again you will get the same output. You delete it, that will be your Q1, Q2, Q2, Q1. So it will be like this, that on Q0, I think, let me just, so on Q0, on A it will be going towards Q0, Q1, Q2. On B it is staying at, and on A and B I think it is staying at this. So I think this will be your final output. Let me confirm it if it is the right one. Yeah, absolutely. Just you have to keep that in mind. The final state is this. Okay, so in this, the takeaway is this. Again, I just want to again tell you that most of you will do a mistake where. Okay, so whenever you are checking the sets. Okay, so if I'm just saying like this is Q1 and this is Q2. Suppose some output written like this. Okay, so this is Q3. Okay, so what most of you will do a mistake in the set checking. Okay, so suppose on A this belongs to set 1 and this belongs to set 1. So it means that they are both going to the same set. And on 2 it is going to the set 2. It is going to the set 2. Just a random example. So this also belongs to the set 2. Okay, so it means that both of the output belongs to the same set on B, both of the output on A both belongs to the same set. Okay, so keep that in mind that if here is set 1, there is no compulsion that here it should also be set 1. Okay, so set can be any, it can be set 3, but here the set should also be set 3. Okay, so most of you will do a mistake here that some of you will do like if here is set 1, it should also be set 1 here. So that is not the case. Okay, so these two output should go to the same set, be it set 2, be it set n, then it should also be set n. Keep that in mind. Okay, so there is only a little bit of mistake that most of the students do here. So keep that step in mind. Okay, now I think you can easily able to solve the other question, this one. And again, this is a little bit difficult question. I don't say very difficult, a little bit. Okay, so again here it has 1 2 3 4 5 state. Okay, so again the step one is to check the reachable states from q naught, reachable from q naught. Okay, so if you see q naught, q1 can be reached, q naught, q2 can be reached, q naught, q3 can also be reached, and q4 can also be reached. So all the states are reachable. So just move on to the step 2 and do a zero equivalent state. Okay, so just tell me the number of states, the minimal number of states after minimizing this automata. So just solve it. I think we have enough time. You can easily solve it and tell me the answer here. Okay. Post your solution in the chat box. Okay, I think Phanindra has got three states. Yeah, seems correct. It will be minimized to three states. Yeah. If you see. Okay, Saksham has also got the right answer. Okay, so it is minimized to, I think, three states. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so again, the same concept is followed here. It is very easy to do. Just keep that in mind. The thing, do not do not do a mistake in the set checking. Okay, so if they belongs to the same set, it means they belong together. On the other hand, if you see this, if I just again, if I just draw something like if the final state here is Q4, so don't worry about that set. I just want to tell you one more thing that you do not need to do so much calculation here. Okay, so the easy part is just take that Q4 now. Now check these two. Okay, so now Q node on A and Q1 on A. So Q node on A, if you check it directly, again, you can draw the transition table. It will avoid any kind of a mistake, but directly you can also do. So Q node on A is going towards Q3 and Q1 on A is going towards Q4. So if you clearly look at it, that Q3 belongs to a set 2 and Q4 belongs to set 1. So this is set 1, this is set 2. It means that Q node and Q2 cannot be placed together. So first is this thing. The second thing you have to check is that you now that Q2 can be placed at this set Q0 or it can be placed at this set Q1. Okay, so there are only two possibilities. Okay, so suppose if you check it with that and it is not equivalent to this set, you have to check it for Q1. Okay, so again, if you check it for that and it also not equivalent to Q1, you have to again open another set and place Q2 there. Okay, so this is the procedure here. Now what most of the calculations will be avoided if you suppose in the first one that you have checked with Q naught and what happens is that they are both equivalent. Okay, so just quickly place Q2 here. You do not need to check the here that it should be equivalent to this one or another element, because if it is equivalent to this one, automatically it will not be equivalent to the other side. This is automatic. Okay, so if I see that from the answer it is clearly visible that Q2 and Q1 are together from the answer that is given in the chat box. But again, if I check it, if you suppose Q2 and Q1, I'm checking it. So, okay, so there again Q2 on Q1 on A. So Q1 on A, if you check it, it's going towards Q4, and Q2 on A is also going on Q4. So they belong to the same set, that is set 1, set 1. After that, Q1 on B, you check it, Q1 on B is going towards Q2, and Q2 on B is going towards Q1. So if you see this also belongs to the same set. It means that Q1 and Q2 can be placed together. You do not need to check the Q2 with this one. It will automatically will not be equivalent. Okay, so for proof, if you check it, Q0 and Q2. Just I want to show that you do not need to do excess calculation here. Okay, so I'm checking Q0 and Q2. So check Q0 on A is going towards Q3 and Q2 on A is going towards Q4. So if you clearly see, this is set 1 and this is set 2. So it is again Q0 is not equivalent to Q2. So keep that in mind. Again, if something is equivalent to other, you do not have to check others also. Okay, if you're placing now Q3, you only have to check either with Q2 or with Q1. You do not have to check with both. If Q3 is equivalent to Q2, automatically Q2 is equivalent to Q1, so it means Q3 will automatically be equivalent to Q1. So do not need to check that. That will automatic happen. That is the advantage of this equivalence method. So it employs many mathematical properties of equivalence. That is why it is very easy to build a set here. Okay, so if you are not able to do a transition table, you can directly do by this method. Now it will take I think I think very less time. Okay, so the automata is very big, like 5-6 states. It will take a very less time if you just do not draw a transition table. But I don't suggest, because by drawing a transition table, you can ensure that your automata is always correct. Okay, so in that you need a little bit of practice in different questions to do it without transition table. Okay, so the answer is given in the chat box, and I will post the solution at the end of the day also, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now the third, this question is a bit different. This type of question is already done in the class, and I think you can, if you have done this in the class, I think you can easily able to recognize this question. Okay, so again, if some options are given, it will be very easy for you to take out that what is the answer here. But without any option, it will become a little bit of a difficult question. Okay, so to approach this question, you first take out what are the language that is accepted by this automata. Okay, if it is, I think it is clearly visible if you have done the question in the class, but still just take out the language. So it means 0 0 is accepted, so epsilon is accepted here because the start state is the final state. After that 0 0 is also accepted. Okay, so it means 1 0, so 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1. Okay, so 1 0 0 1 1 is also accepted. So what other path you can follow? If this one 0 0, then 1 1 1, so triple 1 1 1 1, I have reached there, again goes to 0. Okay, so this path can also get accepted. So again another path will be the third one. Okay, so 1 1 0 1 1 0. After that you can go towards follow that one, you have reached there. After that take a 0 and put out of it. Okay, so I think with that many number of ones and zeros are possible. So if you can look at the pattern here, if you clearly look at it, that the number of zeros here are 2, always 2, and the number of ones here are always 3. Okay, so it means if I have input a 5 input 5 length string, okay, 5 length string, in that 5 length there are two zeros and 3 ones. Okay, so I think you get the point of it. Now if I just increase the size of the input, okay, so I just increase the size of the input. Now 1 1 1, so 1 1 1 0 0 0 0, after that 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0, sorry 1 0 0 1 0 0, then 1 1. Okay, so I have increased the size of the input here. Okay, now what is the length of the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10? So this is a 10 length string. Okay, so you can give any input, you just keep on going. So because this is a automata, it means that any finite this is a finite representation of an infinite language. So you can go on for a little bit. Again, you can also increase the number of strings here. Okay, now if you see if there is a 10 length string, the number of ones here are 6, and the number of zeros here are 4. Okay, so if you clearly look at it again, you can find that the number of ones are the multiple of 3, and the number of zeros are the multiple of 2s. I think somebody got the answer. Let me see. Yeah, Fanindra got the answer, but okay, so again yeah,
zero, a number of zeros not to equal to 0.
absolutely. number of zeros mod 2 equal to 0 and number of ones mod 3 equal to 0. So this is a mod question. So again, if you and is the keyword here. So if you clearly look at it, we have done this question, and and anywhere if something is coming back. Okay, so if you suppose draw a mod 3 counter also, you have seen this in digital also. What happened there that you draw 1 2 3 states, and from the third state it comes back. Okay, so in the mod 2 counter also, what you have seen that you have drawn 1 2 states, from the second state it came back. Okay, so clearly again if you see 1 2 3, so it is coming back to the final state. It means that mod 3 is employed here. In the same way, 1 2, so mod 2 is also employed here. Now you have to check that mod 2 is employed for zeros. It means the number of zeros mod 2, number of zeros mod 2 is equal to 0. It means the number of zeros in it are divisible by 2. In the same way, the number of threes in it are divisible by 3. Okay, so this is your language here, that the number of zeros present inside this, number of zeros mod 2 is 0 and number of ones mod 3 is 0. Okay, so it just say that number of zeros are divisible by 2 and the number of ones are divisible by 3. It can be, again you can see it from the string, that whatever string you have find, that 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 is divisible by 3. In the same way, 4 is divisible by 3 also. Okay, so I think you got the point here. Okay, now this is again a very easy question. If you clearly look at it, I just asked about the epsilon closure. Okay, so anybody can tell me what is the epsilon closure? Just wait for a minute. Okay, can anybody tell me the epsilon closure of Q1? Okay, so again the other closure are also given on Q1. It is given that on epsilon Q1 is going towards Q2, Q3 and Q4. Q1 on 1 is going towards Q1, and the transition of Q1 on epsilon is Q1. So again the epsilon closure, if I start from Q1, you know that Q1 will automatically be included. Okay, so Q1 will automatically included. After that, on what state Q1 on epsilon is going where? It is going towards Q2, Q3 and Q4. Okay, so the epsilon closure of Q1 is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, so I think that is fairly very basic. Okay. Now, this question we have done in the class, that construct construct a DFA where a third symbol from RHS is A. Okay, so if you directly draw the DFA of it, it will be a little bit of a difficult to draw it. But if you draw first the NFA and then convert it to DFA, it will be very easy. Okay, so I think we have enough time. I think you please solve this question. I just write it. Solve this question, and you will find that the resulted DFA is a very difficult one. You will not be able to design that DFA in the first go. Okay, so keep a look at it, and okay, just let me increase the size. Okay. So if I just write it, the language of it, it just says that the third symbol from RHS. So this is your RHS, I think. Yeah, this is your LHS. So left hand side, right hand side. Okay, so it is saying that the third symbol. So this will be your third symbol from RHS is A. Third symbol from RHS is A. Third symbol from RHS is A. Okay, so third symbol of RHS is A. Okay, so this is third, this is third, this is third, and this is third. Okay, so again the smallest string will be, I think, of length 3. three length string. Okay. So again, to build the NFA of it, I think it is fairly very easy. If I just build it, you just convert. I think you can do it, but okay. So just do it yourself. First, draw the NFA of it. I will tell you in like 2 minutes. Just tell me the NFA and share the photo. Okay, so this will be your NFA, but there's a little bit of problem. Obviously, it is only accepting a three length string, so I have to increase the length of the string. So yeah, this will be your final NFA. Okay, so now you just have to convert it into a DFA. Again, to convert it into a DFA, keep that method that I've told you. The name of that method, I don't think I have mentioned it, is called a subset construction method. Okay, so if I think I do not told you the name of the method. So to convert from NFA to DFA, that method name is subset construction. Okay, so if you are seen, you are doing a construction of different subsets. Okay. Now, if you have drawn this NFA, now convert this NFA to DFA. I hope, I think you forget about that, but if you just do this question, you will again get the answer. Okay, so convert it. I will tell you the solution in like 5 minutes. So just try it yourself first. If you have some notes, just keep a look at the notes that what we have done previously and then solve. Okay. So that is
NFA you've drawn only if the last character is A only, then it's accepted. Shouldn't it be just if the third last?
Yeah, that is absolutely. Yeah.
You don't need the last state, right? You can continue self loop on Q2.
I can do a self loop of Q2, but if I
Yeah,
do a self loop on Q2 of A and B, what will happen that this string can also come AB. Okay, so the third string from RHS is not A, so that is the problem here.
fine.
Okay, the meaning of the self loop is that I can or cannot include. So if it is placed on an arrow, by placing it on an arrow, I just completely confirmed that my least smallest string will be of 3 length. Okay, so I have just confirmed it that my smallest string will be of 3 length. Okay, so that is why the self loop here is it result into different input that we do not want. Okay, you get the point, or I repeat.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, Saksham, I think there is a little bit of mistake because the resulting DFA will contain around 7-8 states. If you just look at it again, try to give it output. Okay, just let me find any string. Okay, so Saksham, if you give, I just type the string here in your automata also. The string will be A B. Okay, so if you give it, it will result in the state, I think A Q2. Okay, so this should because the third symbol from RHS is again A here, but it is not accepted. Okay, so there is a little bit of mistake. I think you just try to minimize it also. So the original DFA will again contain like 7 to 8 state. Okay, so just a little bit see where you go wrong here. Okay, so just let me solve it if you are not able to do it. Again, a little bit of a revision. I think if you revise it, you can easily do this. Okay, so again, if I just draw it Q node, Q1, Q2, and Q3. So it will go on A and B. Q node on A is going towards Q1. So in this, if you draw this transition table, it will be fairly easy. If you directly do in this, because it is a little bit of difficult to understand it without a transition table. So some transition table, if you have done, I think you should try it with the transition table. So on A, it is going towards Q node, Q1, sorry for that. On Q node, it is going towards Q node. Yeah. On B, it is going towards only Q node. On A, it is going towards, I think only Q2, yeah. And on Q1, B is also going on Q2 in the same way. I think it is fairly basic that it is going towards Q3 and Q3, and there is a dead configuration here. Okay, so again, it will become lengthy, I think. Just let me draw a bigger table here. Okay, A and B. Okay, so from Q node, you just add the state here. So the state here added will be Q node Q1 without any commas. Keep that in mind. Q node Q1 without any commas, and another state will be Q node. So the new state that comes inside this is Q node Q1. So again go back. So it will become Q node Q1 Q2. Okay. Q node, Q1, Q2. Just go back in the previous set and do a union of Q node, Q1. Okay. Now this will become Q node, Q2. So now there are two new states, this one and this one. So again, you can go with any of that. I will go with this one, Q node, Q1, Q2. So now go back in the previous table and combine these three. So it will be Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Again, if you see that it is going further again and again. So if you see that now it will become Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. In the same way for B, Q0, Q2, Q3. Q0, Q2, Q3. It's again increased here. Now again this state is completed. Now these three states are there. Now complete this state Q0, Q2, Q0, Q2. So Q0, Q2 will be Q0, Q1, Q3, Q0, Q1, Q3. Another one will be Q0, Q3, Q0, Q3. I think these are again the new states here. So this is also completed. Now go for this state Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. These are like four states Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. So combine all of it Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. So it will again result in the same one Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. In the same way Q0, Q2, Q3, Q0, Q2 and Q3. I think I got it. Yeah. Okay. So again now this state is completed. Q0, Q2, Q3 is not inside this, so I have to complete this one. Now go with this Q0, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so if I go with this Q0, Q2 and Q3, it will be Q0, Q1, Q3, Q0, Q1, Q3. Yeah, Q0, Q2, Q3, Q0, Q1, Q3. Yeah. On B, if you take a look at it, Q0, Q0, Q2, Q3, Q0, Q3. Okay, so it will be Q0, Q3. I think right now I think most of the states are completed. Now I don't think that these are two new states. Okay, so if you check it now, you have to define it also. Q0, Q1, Q3 is not in the set. Okay, so go for Q0, Q1 and Q3. Okay, so Q0, Q1, again Q0, Q1 and Q3. So just writing in lines here so I don't get confused here. So it will be Q0, Q1, Q2. Okay, so 3 Q0, Q1, Q2. In this one it will be Q0, Q2. So Q0, Q2. I think they are again they are not new states. They are already there. Okay, so this state is completed. So again now it is there Q0, Q3. I don't think Q0, Q3 comes before. So again do it like this Q0, Q3. So Q0, Q3. So Q0, Q3 is only Q0, Q1 because Q3 is a dead state. Okay, Q0, Q3. Yeah, so it will be just equal to Q. It will be equal to Q0. Okay, so I think now if you see Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, this state is completed. Okay, so Q0, Q2, all the states have been completed. Okay, so if you check it, I think all the states has come before. Q0, Q2 is also there. Q0 is also there. Q0, Q1 is also. All the states have been completed. Okay, so again, if you remember that Q dash set, if you just keep it in. So what are the states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 states, 1, 2, 3, 4 from 4. Okay, so the states have been increased by converting from NFA to DFA. Okay, so if you clearly see and draw the diagram of it, I think that will become a very complex diagram. Okay, so that is why I have suggested that in this type of question where the question is very difficult, you always try to do a NFA followed by a DFA. It doesn't take any time, but if you draw the DFA directly, I don't think it is very difficult to draw in the first go. But if you have enough practice, you can do it in one go. But I really suggest you go with this approach. Okay, so now you just draw the automata of this and you will get the result. Okay. Okay, so again going on the next question. Next question is again a fairly basic one. It just says that to draw a DFA, minimal DFA for the language that is described by this regular expression. Okay, so now the first way is this is just 0 plus 1 star followed by a 0 and 1. It means that it has to be on an arrow because there is no star here, and after that it is followed by 0 and 1 star. Okay. So now you can go with the NFA. Now easily NFA can be drawn, but I don't think you should go with it because directly DFA can also be drawn. So if you look like an NFA, that will look like this. Okay, so just take a little bit of time and see that if I just generate the strings here like 0, 0, 0, 1 from this, followed by a 1 and followed by a 0, 0, 1, 0 from anywhere. Okay, so if you clearly see this, again, if you draw the NFA, convert it into a DFA, you will find the possible result. But I think if I just delete this part, okay, delete this part, and again, if I give a output of it, if I just convert it into a simple this one now, what will happen? These kinds of string will always also get accepted because it will be arranged like this: a 0 followed by 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 of 1, sorry, 0 followed by 0, 0, 0, sorry for that, I think is a little bit of a mistake. Okay, so now if I just delete this and write this part, it will be 0 in the front one. After that, 2 zeros and 1 and 1 and 0, 0, 1, 0. So this thing will all be accommodated in the 0 plus 1 star that comes at the back here. Okay, so you can follow if you want to do this do a NFA and then convert it into a DFA. Yeah, Fanindra has got the right answer of 4 states. That is 8 states. Total 8 states. Okay, so I think Fanindra has drawn the automata also. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. If you clearly look at the automata drawn by Fanindra, you will find that it is a very complex to do it in a one go. Okay, so there are so many possibilities that is going on inside this DFA. So that is why I've recommended that you would go with the NFA first. And Chahat has also drawn it, so well done. Okay. So now, again, if you can go with the NFA and convert it into DFA, that is again one and easy step. But I don't think that there is a need for it. Again, this 0 plus 1 star outputs are accommodated in the last one. Okay, so if I just convert it into like this, that there is no need of 0 and 1 at the end. All the states that are coming in the front, that 0 plus 1 the star, are being accommodated in the last one. Okay, so if you think this expression like 0 plus 1 star, any number of zeros and ones could come. Now here only 1 0 or 1 can come. After that, 0 and 1 star. So if I just delete this, everything that is coming from here, it can be accommodated in that. Okay, so that is why I have this is the DFA that accept the language of this regular expression also. So if you are again uncomfortable about it, just generate some kind of a languages, like some kinds of strings in the language, and see that it's accepted or not. Okay, so again, there is another approach also. You could go with the NFA and convert it into DFA. That is also another approach, but I don't think that there is a need for it in that. Okay. So okay, so after that, seventh, 8th, 9th question are fairly basic question. If you see, these are again a theory based question. It just says who among the following is not the application of a finite state machine. The meaning of FSM is finite state machine. Okay, so lexical analyzer, if I told you in the first lecture, is again the application of it. Artificial intelligence, if you remember, I told you Turing neural networks is also the application of it. State chart is the best application of it. That state transition charts are the application of FSM. So the answer here is your none of the above. Okay, so which of the following do we use to form an NFA from a regular expression? So I don't think we have done it, but the name of the method is Thompson construction method. Okay, so the name of the method is this. I just want to I did that question because I just want to tell you that there is something called a subset construction method that I forgot to tell the name of it. Okay, so subset construction method, what we done, we have converted NFA to a DFA. So keep that in mind, that the name of the method that is used to convert any NFA to DFA is subset construction method. Okay, so Thompson construction method we will done again in the coming weeks. Okay. So now given, I think now you know this answer. I think I also did I've also given this question in the quiz also. So again, the at least part is 2 raised to power n. So 2 raised to power q power z. Okay. So if you again see in the automata here, that again I have set the maximum, the DFA, the NFA contains four states, but the equivalent DFA contains 8 states. So it means that the equivalent DFA can contain maximum of 2 raised to power q. So here it means that it can contain 2 raised to power 4, which is 16. Maximum of 16 state, but it is generally less than that. Keep that in mind, is generally less than that. But there are some other question where full utilization of full utilization of these states are required. Okay, so in that question only less than. So again keep that in mind. In this question again this is asked that given an arbitrary NFA with n state, the maximum number of states maximum. Okay, so keep that, this is the keyword here. The maximum number of state in an equivalent DFA is at least. Okay, so it will be your 2 raised to power n here. Okay, so the answer here is 2 raised to power n. Okay, so I think your time is over and you can go towards the next class. Thank you for listening. If you have any doubt, again you can ask.